So if you've watched my page before, you know I started in this industry in 1990. So I've had a long run and I've seen different things that happened in our environment that at the same time these changes came in, I saw certain health conditions ramping up and up and up. One of the big ones is our exposure to cell phone radiation, Wi-Fi radiation, and electromagnetic radiation. So I want to cue you into a website where you can look up and see in a 3-mile radius of where you live or work, how many cell phone towers are there and how many antenna are there. Now, to define an antenna amplifies a cell signal. So you've got the cell tower itself, but then there will be antennas here and there that will help boost that signal so you don't have dead spots and things like that. So the website is Antenna Search, and you can enter in the address. If you need to just enter a city, you can do that. Enter in your address, and then it will tell you what's around you in a 3-mile radius. My office, 173 cell towers in a 3-mile radius. Now, you may wonder, is that bad? Is that good? Well, I remember when we had no cell towers, and I remember what people's health was like when we had none of this influence. And the more and more and more we add, the worse and worse it gets. So 173 cell towers within 3 miles, that's a lot. And then the antennas around my office are 330 some odd. I don't remember the exact number. When I went to buy a house, I also used this site to help me pick where the best place for a home is, because you can actually see a map of where these cell towers and antennas are. So I was able to pick a place, not that didn't have cell towers, because I live in Metro Atlanta, there's going to be, but I could certainly pick a place, and I did, where there were fewer towers or I was further away from the closest tower. All of that helps. Every little bit, positive or negative, will help. So check it out. See what you're dealing with. You might ask the question, well, what kind of health problems have come about when cell towers, are around you? It really boils down to your nervous system. So your nervous system is your brain, your spine, the nerves that run all over your body. So people who have anxiety, people who have restless leg syndrome, little kids that just can't sit still, they're perpetual motion. Their nervous systems are just jazzed up. So those are the kinds of things, but don't forget cancer. There's been a lot of controversy about cell phone radiation, both from your individual cell phone and then also from the towers and so forth in cancer. In the early 90s, when I was studying biological medicine, there were practitioners from all over the world that we studied together for 2 years. And the European docs, some of those towns had, rules against cell towers being within a certain distance of an elementary school. Well, heck, you look around here in the US, sometimes they're right there in the backyard of a school. It's crazy. And the reason was cancer. So these are the things that are sort of like that frog that starts off in the cold water and you gradually turn up the heat and he doesn't know to jump out. We have these things that just ramp up in our environment. So from 0 cell towers when I first started practicing in 1990, I remember when the first tower went up, in my town, close to my office. It was like, oh, wait a minute, this can't be good. Check it out. Minimize wherever you can. That's your best plan.